conference, but we kind of co-created a little bit during the conference. So I talked with a few people about the topic of spirituality, and that was interesting. So most of all, I think it's interesting to hear from all of you, but I will also say a few things about my spirituality. I also think spirituality is like an open concept, because it can be very theoretical out there, but mainly it's just basically you connecting to nature, to other people, to yourself, your higher self. Basically it's just something very personal, I think. So that's why I thought it fit very well in a conference like this, because I feel like spirituality, you have like retreats, or you have events that are very spiritual, and it's all like wishy-washy. That's wishy-washy. And you have events that are very serious. Everyone, that's like, there's a speaker, everyone sits in a room. And this event is a bit in between, so I thought that's great. So I thought that therefore it fits well, and I like that. I think it's very nice to have a bit of a combination of the two. Like for me, it's important to have spirituality also in the daily life. So that's why I brought it to KINNERNET. And I was talking to Eva as well. I think there can be a little bit more as well. Like for me, it would be great to start a day with yoga.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna propose that to you. Today we have to do everyone yoga at the same time in the morning.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah, because those kind of things they connect to. That's all right. So I wanted to start off with a 5 minutes meditation. Good. So I will guide you. So if you could all sit straight, feet on the ground.
So face arm,
Well, it's also comfortable. Your hands on your legs. You don't need to close your eyes yet. That comes later. And imagine there's a string on the top of your head that pulls your head up, which makes your spine straight and your shoulders relaxed. And I'll take some deep breath, and you can do it like a sigh. Okay, now close your eyes. Check in with your body. Feel the hands on your legs and your feet on the ground. And listen to the sounds you hear. Let the sounds come to your ears. And now start to focus on your breathing. Notice where you feel your breathing. Do you feel it in your nose? The air gets a little bit more fresh when you breathe in. Or do you feel it in your belly? And just keep focusing on breathing. Breathing in and out. You know, 5 minutes have passed. Okay, now connect again to your body. Listen again to the sounds. And gently open your eyes. Alright, maybe a little stretch. How does it feel for you guys?
Oh.
The birds were amazing.
Yes.
The birds, I feel them in some moment inside my head.
Yeah, it's incredible how you've been with the birds all the time, but you don't pay attention to much, right? Unless you just sit down in silence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
If you
nice.
do this just after lunch, you don't wake up. At
Any other feelings?
It was nice to have some quiet after so much things and inputs and all the time thinking and talking and listening.
Nice.
Yeah, just the time for yourself.
Yourself.
Because we're constantly giving ideas or talking to a lot
Yeah.
of people, meeting new people.
True.
So it was nice just to have a moment of,
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Yeah,
introspection.
actually, that's also maybe interesting for this kind of conference to have this kind of meditation, even if it was just like less than 5 minutes. Maybe also during the day, right? Because you get it in the morning, but actually all the input is coming during the day. Nice. Yeah, I also actually felt a little bit awkward in the beginning. Well, maybe it's because I'm leading it, so I'm like, was this a good idea?
I don't know, it was
It
not
was
very
a great idea. There are no bad ideas.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, this is actually the first time I was guiding meditation, so...
It was good.
It was good.
That was really like... Nice, okay. So now let's go into the spirituality, or in this centered mood. Let's see. Maybe I will start with... actually, no, I don't feel like sharing yet. I'm curious about like the definition of spirituality. What is spirituality for you? Wow. I've never thought about that.
Big question.
Big question.
I think maybe it's easier to start trying to say what it's not,
Okay, yes.
or what it does it not come from. I think it doesn't come from rationality. So-
Very interesting point. Yeah.
So that's elimination. And I think that even though it's not doesn't come from rationality, it's not instinct only, because I think spirituality is something you have to be consciously practicing.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
It's not
okay.
rational, but it's not instinct.
It doesn't come spontaneously, so to
yeah,
say.
so
It's good to practice.
So it's my 2 cents.
Yes, I like it. Thank you.
I don't, so.
For me, it could be something related to subconscious and how treated and material,
Immaterial.
immaterial.
Yeah.
Something bigger than us, no?
Yeah.
Something
You cannot manage.
you can imagine it's eternal. I mean, it depends. Any kind of spirituality you're thinking of, it can be just the one by nature or the one by religions, or by something bigger that you cannot control.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I really don't know the definition, but the way I think about it is it's like feeling connected. Feeling
Yeah.
connected or being part of a greater ecosystem that is eternal, that's the universe, and we are just this little
Yeah,
piece in
it's
a
about
puzzle.
feeling small.
It's
Yeah.
just a little piece in this puzzle, and it's connecting to that.
Yeah.
And also it's for me it's a lot about connecting to nature.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I think nature is a huge help. Yeah.
It's
And to yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's when you have a balance.
I was
When you are balanced,
to you.
I don't know if that is becoming spiritual, but sometimes because I have this issue with the word, but I like to be on balance. So if something is not on balance, I don't think I'm on my optimal mood. Because you're not connected with yourself. Something is not right.
Yeah, yeah. And
There is something bigger than us. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it connects you somehow.
Yeah. Okay, very nice.
What's for you?
For me, well, it's funny that you say it's not rational because I think maybe my approach is sometimes I like to think about it as well. Like there's also for me the theory is also interesting, but it's always about the feeling anyway. Like the things you know, they only help you actually to just also feel things.
What is the
I
concept of spirituality in theory?
Concept, I think it's understanding who we are. For me, it's that.
Understanding?
Understanding who we are,
Okay.
like as humans. Because I feel like there's this illusion, kind of, that it looks like we are the body. So maybe I can also explain a bit about my journey now. Because I studied psychology, and I was very into facts. And then I focused on neuropsychology, so I was like amazed about the brain. It's like you can enter here. So I was really interested in like, okay, how does the brain work? Because for me it's like, oh, everything comes from the brain. Like you can think because of your brain, and so I was very focused on that. But after that, I started to become a bit more. Well, I think it was before that there as well, but I became more interested in, like more spiritual things. So I started listening to mainly one teacher, he's called Bentinho Massaro. It's very nice because he's very young. He's like under 30 years old, but he's already has a big following and stuff like that.
What's his name?
Bentinho.
From Brazil.
Well, the funny thing is, he is from the Netherlands, and he lives in America now. But I guess his parents or something were some Brazilian backgrounds. So it's with the H, like Bentinho.
Bentinho Massaro.
Massaro, with the M.
Ah, Massaro. Your journey.
Yeah, my journey. So I started becoming more and more interested in mindfulness and also spirituality, and also to understand, like, who are we? Are we just the brain? What I focused on so much, and I believe actually we are more than just the body. And in these kind of theories, it's more like you are everything, like you're the whole universe somehow. But everyone is like the whole universe, and we are all one. We're all connected. So I was trying to come up with some visual way, because that's so big concept. One visual way is like if you imagine a pot of clay, let's say, and the clay is just one big thing, and if you then start to make a little man out of the clay and another one, they think they are separate, but in a way they come from the same thing. Or if you have like your fingers, like it seems separate, but at the same time they are part of the whole body. So they're not in reality not separate, but they don't see it. So that for me that's very interesting, that illusion. But is really the truth. So for me that is interesting. But on the other hand, coming from psychology, I'm also interested in how spirituality just brings well-being. Like, how does that make you happy? Right? In the end, I think that's important. If you're happy, then you connect with the world, and I think that's what it's about, and the journey. Well, what it's about, it's also a big question.
Yeah, and also happiness, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So maybe to explain a little bit also about the teaching of Bentinho, because I find it also interesting. You have like the law of attraction. Many people are interested in. Do you know this concept? It's like being in the positive vibration and then manifesting things in your life. And on the other hand, you have like non-duality, enlightenment. So this is more like when you meditate a lot, then you would become enlightened. But he actually has both his teachings and he combines them as well. So for me it's interesting, like the law of attraction. It often doesn't really work because you think about, oh, I want $1 million, but actually what's the idea is that you should go in the right vibration, where it feels like you already have that, and then you would attract it as well. But that's quite hard to do if you feel more like, I'm lacking, I'm lacking $1 million, I don't have it right now. And if you go from that space, even though you can kind of visualize it, but you don't really have come from a space of being already there, then it's not really working. So that's how Bentinho also connects the side of enlightenment, and that side is also about there is no lack, like everything is already perfect. And if you then, what we just did, meditate and relax, and you feel happy from inside, then actually you can go to the next step and play with it and go also more into the reality. Because that's also the other side. If people only start meditating and they never engage in life, you also miss something. So that's what I like about his teaching, basically. So I don't know if you have anything to share related to this, or I'm also curious if there's anything that you read or do in your life that helps you to connect.
I used to meditate.
Yeah.
And I have been also into mindfulness. And but I have to admit that it needs to be somehow a discipline.
Yeah.
To do it daily and keep a regularity in doing it. And it's hard for me to keep on doing it every day and to keep this discipline.
Yeah.
But I have to admit that when I'm able to do it, it's really positive for me.
You feel the effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because usually my mind goes very, very fast.
Yeah.
And usually wants to be in 2 or 3 places at the same time. And it's difficult to control it. So this kind of methods to try to connect and to stay in the present and not in the future or the past are very useful. But you need to be disciplined.
Yes, yeah, I have exactly the same problem. It's like I thought about meditating for years before I actually started making it happen.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to restart with yoga sometime in the next future.
Nice.
So that's my experience.
I do yoga. I have a really great teacher who, because it's not a very physical yoga, it's really a lot about teaching and meditation. And I've been planning to do this for some time now, a Vipassana retreat, so a 10-day silent retreat. You can do that here in the area in Masselink.
I didn't know you can do it in Spain.
Yeah, there's a Dharma, there's a center. So basically you go, I don't know if you know about Vipassana, they basically show you how to, like, it's a 10-day retreat where you don't speak, you have to follow certain rules, you can't touch anybody, you cannot look anybody, you cannot speak, and you really learn how to meditate. And I think it takes you 5 or 6 days to really calm your mind, and then you start to...
And you're doing it. No, you're doing it.
No, I'm planning to do it. So I I've signed up for it twice and I couldn't go. Because of other commitments, but I'm planning to do it in the near future because from everybody who went, it's really difficult, but also an enriching experience. And you can, you have a lot of time to think actually.
I think it must be somehow as a retreatment for people who has an addiction when they go and they start, they are not getting their drug.
Yeah.
I think our lifestyle, our connection to all the machines and everything, mobile and everything is a kind of drug, and the first day doing that, you will feel like this
drug addict.
you're mono. My phone, my things, my 100 things to do in an hour, a lot of people to talk, síndrome de abstinencia.
Yeah.
I think it must be hard, but if you manage to do it, let me know.
Yeah, let us know after you went.
What I do is more like breathing. But I don't know if that is meditation. I always confuse. Because I don't know if breathing, sometimes you just stop and I need to breathe.
Yeah.
And I breathe and that's it. But I don't know if that is meditation. Somehow.
I would
More
say
like
yes.
mindfulness, I would say.
Oh yeah.
That's where you
And
connect with yourself.
exactly, just to calm. Because I have like 200 things in my head.
Yeah.
And then worries and I'm like, oh my god, that you start thinking on the future and so many things that hasn't really happened yet. But you get worried. You get anxious, like, if this doesn't happen, then I can't do this, and then so you procrastinate. You
Procrastinate.
There's so much things that you're still here. So it's just coming to the now again.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that is meditation. And I'm always confused with the concept of enlightenment. What does that mean?
That's a good question.
Because I read so many people, yes, if you find your enlightenment. I just want balance and to understand I'm here, I'm now. That's why I like more mindfulness, because I see like how it works. Maybe I'm too logical sometimes.
I think I would say it's the first step. I mean, enlightenment is something you have to work on a lot.
But what is enlightenment? Like you feel you are another. I feel so inner.
Enlightenment sería iluminación.
Yeah.
Porque yo leo mucho de esto de maestros que te llevan al enlightenment.
Yeah.
Pero qué a lo mejor porque es como it's like a goal, right? Because you want to go to the enlightenment phase.
Yeah, and also I think it doesn't need to be one moment. You know, it's also can be like an evolution that can be your whole life. You know, where you take steps towards more enlightenment. No, it doesn't need to be like one switch moment.
Yeah, I need to understand what is the enlightenment.
Yeah.
Because for me it's a matter of balance.
Yeah.
Not happiness or enlightenment. It's when I found my balance is when I feel good.
Yeah.
And when I feel good and everything is like on control, then I.
Yeah, I think enlightenment is like I don't know, not be so engaged with your thoughts and like I'm my body, but also having a broader perspective of that's a good question actually. What is enlightenment?
Yeah. Now that you've mentioned enlightenment, I'm like, I've seen that word before.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I've just I'm in yoga since 2 months ago, so I'm just new to the. I'm new to this.
Oh, new.
I've tried. I've begun to do yoga, but only 2 months ago.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's quite recent.
Yeah.
But it helps me just not to think on, like you were saying, not to think on so many things that are getting you anxious and nervous, but focusing on what you can control and just reconnecting with yourself. So it feels good, and I think I will continue. So I'm in the process.
Nice.
What is the difference between the meditation and the thing I asked you?
The breathing? Transcendent meditation.
Yeah, like
I think
all
that
the
is-
famous people are saying, I'm doing TM, I'm doing TM.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I started reading about TM, was
I think it's transcendent meditation.
I think it's a kind of meditation
Yeah.
that
I think
it
that's
goes a little bit more deeply into the meditation. It used to be longer, and yeah, to get more deeply into it.
I think you also have a mantra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
mantra from a
it's
teacher.
mantra, and so
Yeah, you have a phrase that you say over and over and over again.
yeah.
I think that's the technique. Other than that, I think it's pretty similar.
Yeah, because I've been reading when they say I took a TM in the morning and at night, my life is better.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a TM? The medicine. And then I started looking because they said I took a TM in the morning and at night.
PM,
then I-
PM.
I-
What is the TM? Give me that.
And it's this trance.
Yeah.
Meditación del trascendental.
Yeah. I think it's like 20 minutes twice a day. I've never tried it. I always use Headspace for meditation.
I know that there are online meditations and podcasts and all this kind of things.
Yeah.
Y a mí me encanta Headspace.
Chulo.
Oh yeah, and there's also an app called Buddhify. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It has a lot of Buddhas. I know a lot of like spiritual teachers or mindfulness teachers.
It's only in English?
I think yes.
You know, for me it's quite not difficult, but it's a guided meditation.
That is in
It's
Spanish.
in Spanish.
Yeah, I can understand. Hello.
Good.
You wanna join?
Yeah, I just joined.
Come in.
I think I really like Tara Brach. She does. She has a podcast and she just records like different meditations, but you can Tara Brach, and even like going on a walk, you don't have to necessarily sit or lie down. And I think because it's not only about breathing, but every time with every class there is like a learning about.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
So embracing, I don't know, death, or embracing aliveness, radical compassion. So she's always like different themes.
Ah, that's
It's
nice.
really nice. And then
How do you spell Brach? Brach?
Brach, Tara, B-R-A-C-H.
B-R-A Brach. Okay.
And then I haven't investigated her yet, but my yoga teacher is, she's like teaching in the work of Byron Katie. And I mean, what they do, they are spiritual in a way that they like talk about all the different fears that you could have and suffering in the world and how to work with it. So I think this is like the part of meditation that I like, when you have a teacher or somebody who's.
And also give some information.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the second one?
Byron Katie. B-Y-R-O-N. Katie.
Cool. Yeah, what was the other one then? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's another teaching I really like. It's called Abraham Hicks. And that's also more about like the law of attraction. How do you feel actually about that theory, law of attraction? Like, have you ever? You know what it is?
No, what is it?
Como el secreto. Like the secret.
Yeah, like the secret.
If you ask for something but project you are receiving it, then you will get it.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, I miss it, I want it.
Yeah.
Algo así, ¿no?
Yeah, exactly. The idea is that like the language of the universe is vibration. So depending on what vibration you are in, that's the reality that you attract. So it's like the law of attraction. Like this law happens all the time anyway. So it's not that you're doing it or not. Like you're doing it. But the idea is that if you want to attract a different
Can you
reality.
perceive it?
Sorry.
Can you perceive that?
Well, you know, I think you can feel your own vibration.
Colgando el mueble con la pata y
even de Martin.
Eso es mío, déjalo por ahí por dentro.
I think if you are...
Yeah, I ate before it took me.
Oh,
So I was like,
you're a bit more stable now.
yes.
Yeah, I think you can feel if you are yourself in a good vibration. I think you feel good, like in that sense.
Yeah. Vibration
although-
as connected to a frequency.
Oh,
Would
you
you
mean
measure
something
it?
you can measure?
Would you, exactly. Would you be that perception of that?
The attitude.
The perception of everything is has a frequency.
Yes, yeah. Well, I know, I don't know if you can measure it from a human being, but I know that there are some experiments where they like talk into water in negative ways or something, and then there's forming
it
some...
comes exactly negative
Ah,
ions
the
Yeah, right.
exhibition.
and the planets
Uh-huh.
and many other things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think you believe. I do believe it creates a frequency. All that we radiate sort of as a frequency.
Yeah.
And when you are in the right frequency, which is Earth frequency, 7, 8 Hertz, then it's when you are most aligned with all your being, and you get to
That's
feel less
interesting.
tired, you more happy.
Yeah.
You tend to be in the place that you say I wanted to be here, because all the combinations of that you don't really know, but it's happening, that you are in the right frequency. So
Yeah.
when you multiplicate your cells, they follow a code, a sacred code, which is flower of life, tree of life, so they multiplicate. They multiplicate at the 7.8 Hertz. So
What is that? 7, 8?
Hertz, it's the
Hertz.
frequency of the Earth.
Ah, Hertz. Okay. Yeah.
So if you happen to be in the right frequency when you are multiplicating cells, so they are all healthy cells, so you feel energized, vibrating, all amplified. If you're in the wrong place, you multiply more cells, so you're tired, your legs hurt, already.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
invisible.
That's interesting. So the frequency of the Earth is the in, basically.
And how can you control that?
I think there should be like a device, right, that can measure the frequency.
There is
Like when
many
you
devices.
detect there's coming an earthquake, you can reach
Exactly,
it.
there's many devices. The thing is how to harmonize your space so that it's radiating Earth frequency. Because by building a structure on top of the Earth without respect, with materials that are not organic, blah blah blah, you are breaking the frequency. You are
And
disturbing.
do you know if there is any device to measure it like
Yeah, it's spectacular.
but like individually, like it can have a device? Not like the nature big devices.
For you to understand your arts, I don't know about it. No.
You should create it.
Don't know about it.
Yeah.
I would buy it to see I'm in frequency and
Oh, that's so
that would be
interesting.
obsessed, that will obsess me.
Yeah, we have all these.
I'm not in every
tools, right,
frequency.
to measure the.
And you get
Then you put la diadema del otro.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the
Put it on
brain
right
things. But then for the frequency.
Have you tried?
No, I haven't. But it sounds interesting.
I'm quite sure it does affect your frequency, like you know the Bluetooth, USB, Bluetooth headphones. They have a frequency.
It affects your brain frequency. Yes.
Even the iPhone, and also the amount of frequency that there's right here, and
So-
we can.
What you can do is through invisible also called effective microorganisms, we've been talking about it, you can nebulize your house with bacteria.
Okay.
Okay, positive bacteria, or you can use it also you can paint your house also with enzymes that came from the bacteria, so they're emitting far infrared. So whatever is toxic in the air that you're measuring gets reduced because one eats the other.
Ah, okay.
So you can actually control the level of CO2, you can stop electrosmog from coming inside your house. So you get inside your house and you have no cover in the phone. So there's no earth there to affect you. So if on top of it you used organic materials, so you are bending the frequency in your own. And when you are in nature is when you really, you know, when you go to a mountain and you find yourself really good, it's like the ions went up from the air, from everything, no pollution.
Yeah.
We try to recreate that in your house. That will be like.
Have you done that?
I've seen something in that direction. I'm sort of in a combination project to see the house that is alive, health, architecture. In that sense, that we can measure with spectrogram how is this affecting you. So maybe in 30 years we will know how this family is living in this house right now. So we will know, we can trace how many diseases they had, the kids, the people. It's a study.
Ah, okay.
It's a study going on.
And that is called
30 or third?
Alzheimer.
13 o 30?
Yo digo 30.
Ah, 30.
Sí, porque los niños son, they are small kids, middle age, I mean all the family structure, so you have like a gap to see that is real.
Mhm.
In 30 years, how this affected you, positive and negative.
What is it called, this project?
Pharma Biozyme.
Pharma Biozyme. Cool. Well, thank you. Very interesting. Yeah, so actually what I was interested in is I think we already have spontaneously, without practicing, experience that somehow the universe makes things happen. You know, like serendipity, that you feel already like something good is gonna happen, and then it happens. Because you are already somehow in the frequency, and then it happens. Like the universe makes it happen.
Yeah. And you see it very clear when you are with someone that is private, looking for a spot to park. There's people that will never find a spot.
Yeah.
Because they're so negative. It's like, they're complaining, so grumpy, and then you're with other person like, we will find a spot. And we find a spot.
Yeah.
So I believe there's some kind of, I don't know, connection.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's awesome.
I think coincidence will be explained different in the future.
Yeah.
We get to understand more, why coincidence happens.
Yeah.
We will get like a scientific explanation of something that now we cannot really understand.
Yeah.
Because
I believe
it's too
it's
much
like-
coincidence, right?
I believe it's attitude.
It's
right?
like
Everything.
there has to be something there.
Yeah, I think everything relies on the attitude. If
Yeah.
attitude as your vibrations or what you were saying. But I think is that what you are dice lo que estás como
What you emit?
irradiando.
Or radiate,
What
yes.
you are irradiating is what you're getting. So if you're angry because there's so many people, and then you're gonna get bad things.
Yeah.
I don't know, somehow when people park, I have that feeling.
Yeah.
Like you will never find a spot with that attitude.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have you ever experienced something like that? Where everything went to the right flow?
Yes. I also have in this subject, I also have like a personal question. It's like, maybe my dreams is what creates my reality.
Your dreams at night?
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe I dream so that I can live. That is where I project this life, that it's still sort of real but virtual in many senses because I
Yeah.
cannot understand the code. Maybe my dreams is actually more real than what I can perceive, in the sense that they are the creation of what I'm gonna live.
Oh, that's an
I
interesting
just
perspective.
don't have an access to link everything. But I don't think I dream just because I dream. So I'd like to know much more about that spirituality of where is that feeding when my hypothalamus goes into REM and it releases a different. It's very curious.
And then
do
because
I
there's-
live to dream or do I dream to live?
You live to dream or dream to live. That's interesting because there's also this practice of lucid dreaming, right? I was actually thinking of doing a course in that. That's where you can.
You can go 7
You can be
or 6
aware.
times out of the dream. So you are dreaming, you realize you are dreaming, you see yourself in the bed, you continue to dream, and you go to another stage of dreaming.
Is this called Inception? Okay.
No, lucid dreaming is just basically that whilst you dream, you can manipulate your dream.
You are recording
You
it.
can-
go levels below. Like
No.
the movie, Inception.
No,
Oh,
Perdón,
Inception.
perdón por la semejanza tan
a
superficial,
little
pero
bit, but it's,
me sonaba Inception, que ellos van como al subconsciente,
Ah,
a la
yeah,
siguiente
yeah.
capa, a la siguiente capa, y van cambiando cosas y no sé por qué se alterna la realidad.
a little bit like that.
It's like that.
But in that sense, it's like just that you can record your dream. So you start to train your brain for whatever time is necessary, and you realize that you actually will be aware. A part of your brain is aware that you are dreaming, and you wake up to that being asleep and you laugh. Sort of, it's like you're sleeping, you're dreaming, but you are conscious of that. It's a mess because you're still sleeping. And then from that stage, you go to the second one, which is like the dream changes, but you still realize that you were having another dream before, and you are still sleeping. And
physically, it's not impossible. It's not possible to stay on that level. Like your mind never get out of that state, or is possible? Have you heard about a case like a person
that they get trapped.
get trapped?
I
They
think-
have to do some kind of things to wake him up.
Oh.
That sounds
I
like
think the magic is your brain is more than what you can ever control. So by the time you wake up, even if you think you are playing a game, you will shut down that circuit, because that circuit only works when you are dreaming. What you do get from there is a more lucid memory. That's why it's lucid dreaming. You get a more lucid memory of what happened in your dream. You cannot interact with it. You can just be aware that this is happening. It's not that you interact. That's already inception. Maybe next level, yeah.
No, let's see. Anything else? Like spirituality and the future as another topic. I don't know, it's maybe a bit hard to think
I think we need more spirituality to build the future.
We need more spirituality.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
Especially with all the crises and all the issues that we have right now.
Yeah.
I think we are very, on one hand, close to material. We appreciate the material things, and also with all these crises and wars and situations, we are creating a state of fear.
Yeah.
And somehow I'm a bit concerned about the future because of those two things. We are very materialistic. We are worried about how we are going to feed our children. So I understand that that's a problem, and all these wars and so and situation make us feel a bit scary. And I think we need more spirituality in order to try to think out of the box how to solve these problems, because otherwise I don't know where we go. And maybe I'm a bit pessimistic right now, but with the things with this bomb in Manchester and what we are having, Manchester is close to us, but it's happening every day in many other countries. And still the summits of the leaders of the world are about economy and about financial.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And commerce treatments.
It's like if the world doesn't survive, then all that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's...
They already have plans to build a new one.
A new world. Like there is no planet B, right? That's all of that.
So yes, somehow we need to put more spirituality in all the things we do.
Yeah.
See if it comes.
I think there's more resources for it as well, apart from religion, because...
No, I'm not talking about religion.
Yeah, but up till now, we didn't have many other options. This is very recent, only in the last 20 years you can become a Buddhist and a yogi, and because before, in Spain, Portugal, where I come from,
Yeah.
there wasn't no yoga club, there was no, to be a Buddhist was weird.
Yeah.
So we were
It's definitely a trend.
our spirituality was very reduced, where we could always travel, or the access now, look, you can just outside your door, there's a yoga,
Maybe
there's
you are identified as a hippie if you want to be spiritual.
Yeah. For some reason, the word hippie has a negative negative connotation. I don't know why. In my brain. I don't know why.
Maybe because hippie were a little bit extreme, right? Like they had sex with everyone. And
No. For me, it's not about the sex with everyone. That's being promiscuous. No, for me, it was like lazy. But lazy, taking advantage of your work. Like you do, and I will take advantage of whatever you do. So for me, the key is to change our mindset of being so individualist to a collective thought.
Yeah.
And what I do affect the other side of the world. We are we are a planet. We are all together. Because for me, it's a lack of compassion. Like people are dying in Syria, they go to Greece, no one receives them. Now they have these camps where they can be, or I don't know. Even in my country, Venezuela, in Spain, there are a lot of people living on the street. I mean, I think there are too many problems that are. That can be solved with a little bit of more compassion and empathy.
Yeah.
And that has to be something that starts from the citizens, not the leaders.
Yeah.
Because the leaders are focused on
That's
other
why I
things.
said
That's
that
why the citizen needs to push.
become applying more spirituality and more compassion to everything we do, and see if that comes up to the.
I think as well. Yeah, it's like being an example. Eventually, if I'm more spiritual, for example, I how do you say that? Radiate that, right? And I think everyone has that. Like, it's not about saying like you need to be more compassionate. It's more like being it yourself. I feel being an example, and then other people will follow. And in the end, there will probably be like this critical mass. I think, right? Where you see it right now already. Like 5 years ago, if I said I do meditation, I was a little bit ashamed to say maybe, you know, like. And now if I say that, the response I get is like, yeah, me too. It's like, it's much more common, as you were saying. Yeah.
And in business, you need to inoculate with a little bit of compassion and humanity.
We are very individualist. We don't care what is going on as long as we are safe.
Yeah.
As long as we are safe, we keep going. But I think that's something that for me is something we have to work.
Yeah, I'm sometimes surprised by people who are very kind with their friends and family, and at work they're just very competitive, very selfish.
It's so
And
strange.
it strikes me how the same person can be just such a nice person with friends. And because people change their mindset.
And that's also the thing, it's like work.
Yeah, I have to say my ass. I don't care, I have to say my ass.
Yeah.
Is this feeling?
And also this ego, no?
Yeah,
Like
and the
competition.
thing is that we only care for those who are closest
circle.
ones, but we don't care for society, and we don't care for the third world, and we don't care for so many things.
Well, the first world has also problems. Corruption in Spain is a first world country, and the corruption is a very big issue. They have stole a lot of money.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm
lots of
saying.
people who consider themselves like very nice to the family and friends, they're corrupt maybe, or they're not paying taxes, or they're doing things that are the worst thing for the community.
Yeah.
So it strikes me
that
that
is very
we live with sometimes with a double moral. I don't know if you say that in English. A double moral. So we have a high opinion of ourselves, and then we are not acting in the same way. We're not translating that into society, only of friends and family, and as long as we are safe, we don't care.
But I think it's when you understand, because for example, when everyone starts recycling, I suck at recycling. It's like, so tiring. Then I understood the consequence of not, and then okay, you make the effort.
Yes.
So you need to
When
understand.
you do it in Spain?
In Spain. So you need
You put
to
it all
understand.
In
Yeah,
Spain,
and that's the word thing. I always
you
say.
pay for recycling, then you recycle,
Yeah.
then they put everything together.
Yeah, I see the truck and they
You
put
do the
everything
two
together.
times
It's like,
and then
but let's
you
stop
pay.
recycling.
At the end,
Let's stop this anymore.
But we have to
For
still
real.
believe that.
Yeah, because
That they
at the
do
end,
it.
you see the consequences and you see, okay,
We
it's
should
important.
investigate that.
We need to recycle.
Recycling will happen at a 100% level when they pay you for your rubbish. You shouldn't be
It's
paying.
always an economic.
Something here is going wrong. You shouldn't be paying for them to take your rubbish. Your rubbish is money for them.
He had to say.
He has the same. You want to see him?
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Welcome.
The KINNERNET roller
Find your
coaster.
balance. Find your balance.
No, it's just that a point you understand. It's not just about balance. That is
Because it's broken.
exactly what I want to say.
That's
So
why.
it goes further than. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Our rubbish should be paid. And when that happens,
Or when you charge,
recycle with
right? Like
pleasure.
Switzerland, like
When-
you only have an amount of trash. If you have more, you have to
But
pay a
that's
fine.
government. When companies go and they realize like all the recycling business is a lot of money now. Before it wasn't, but now yes. It makes it generates a lot of capital because we found through new technologies a way to reuse it. So we're giving a lot of value to used plastic. We're giving everything increased in price. So recycling now is a profitable business. So the government is making twice the money as it did before, and it still charges us to waste our bin, and we still give it, and we even give it selected already. So when some companies privately come into this game, they're gonna define a new system. Instead of you taking your bin as you always did, you go to these private ones, and they pay you.
Do you live in Barcelona, by the way?
Yeah, nearby.
We should talk about the challenge, because we're working
Very
on the
good.
challenge. But maybe for now, because it's a little bit
Yeah.
off top, like
Please,
going a bit
back to spirituality.
back to spirituality. And maybe we can
Without
also
being-
close soon, because it's like we've been 1 hour, I think. It's a bit
And I don't know the
It's
England
10 past.
star.
Oh, it's 10 past 7,
And then
yes.
in an
yes.
hour.
Oh, we have
No.
enough. Oh.
Beer.
I went over 10 minutes, man.
It's already 8. Ah, okay. So,
Relax.
Relax. mindful.
Me he perdido. ¿A qué hora era?
Masselink a las 8.
Actually, what I
Y
wanted to
después la
say...
cena. Con-
Oh, sorry. Linked on your topic, because I was speaking before to one of the other guys, and he's organizing TED talks. Oh yeah, I think yes. Yeah, in Barcelona. Yeah. And he was explaining that because what exactly you were explaining about how you care for your inner circle, your family, and then outside, not really. And there was a talk about how do you call it again? If you do an act without any, not for yourself, but I forgot the word.
An act of kindness. Or
Yeah.
uninterested.
Recompensa.
Yeah, it's like you do something out of
You're waiting for something back.
without expecting anything in return.
Okay.
This is word for
altruista.
that. Yes. An altruistic act. And there was a study that's showing people that do meditation actually do more, are more altruistic. So how we started this, I thought that could be a nice roundup. How we started the session meditating. This is actually now we're more altruistic.
Well, to be altruistic, you have to do actions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then somebody can go and bring beer for everybody.
No, okay. Let me explain the study actually, because there was an
Yeah.
action involved in that study. So this was
Okay.
for children, and they
I
measured.
didn't drink beer.
No. So they got some stickers, and before the meditation, they gave some stickers also to their friends. But after doing meditation, they gave not only to their friends, but also to other kids that were not their friends. That's linked to action as well.
No, my concern is sometimes people is like, if you don't meditate, you are not a good person. You know, and that's
Oh
also
yeah,
not.
and I'm not saying that meditation is the only way. Yeah,
Yeah, because there are
want to
also
preach that,
people
you know?
that do kindness, act of kindness, and they don't meditate.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's just a careful message, right?
Yeah.
Like not to be exclusive.
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
meditate, you're a bad person.
Yeah. No, definitely.
No, I think it's more the collective thinking. Like it's not individualist,
Yeah.
because we have been living on an individualist thinking mode. So
Yeah.
we need to change for a collective.
Yeah.
I think that's the key.
Yeah.
When we care, actually we care.
And how do you think we can change?
I don't know. I think you pick your word, right? You cannot help everyone. That's what you
Yeah, you
initially
pick
think.
your topic.
I pick my word.
Your word, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And it's difficult because there's so many problems happening in the world. Like, okay, where do you go? You know, gay people being punished in countries, refugees, dictatorships,
yeah.
corruption,
Everything.
homeless. The world is so shit, so you need to pick something.
Yeah. That's
But I'm positive.
good. Okay, any final comments, sharings?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Watch out.
So dangerous.